Strong, and I'm an undergraduate student here at the University of Guelph. I'd like to welcome you to the College of Biological Sciences Convocation ceremony this afternoon. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are an even brighter color. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me and shown on the cover of the Convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to the liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either, happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority at the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is a ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the president, chancellor, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with the doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will announce the degrees being awarded at the start of each category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be videoed, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The chancellor will then confer the degree. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous applause after each group has graduated. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all the platform party and all the graduates have processed out of the hall. May I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to the Convocation at the University of Guelph. Thank you.
True patriot love in all our sons comment. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I invite you to remain standing and receive these words of invocation. On this day of celebrated accomplishment, we are filled with gratitude, thankful that our diverse paths have been brought together, thankful for the friends that have journeyed with us, for the families that have supported us, for dedicated faculty and committed administration. As we step off this stage and into the play of life, may our knowledge be coupled with wisdom that we might impact the world for the better. May we be filled with continued wonder and compassion that we might enrich the lives of those around us. Enable us to explore and embrace so that the play of life might resonate with peace. In the gift of love we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Mr. Chancellor, members of the board, fellows, faculty and staff of the university, families and friends, and graduates, welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to University Professor Emeritus recipient Jack Trevors, who will be introduced formally a little later. I'm Anthony Clark, Assistant Vice President, Graduate Studies, and I am privileged to have the honor of opening this ceremony on behalf of the university. And I would like to officially congratulate you, our graduates, on your momentous achievements. And before I go any further, graduates, will you please join me in thanking the many people, family, friends, and mentors who have supported, encouraged, and assisted you in the pursuit of your studies. This is a day of change and of continuity. The change is what we primarily celebrate here, with pomp and circumstance and ceremony. Today you close one chapter of your lives and you begin a new one. You mark an important accomplishment that culminates years of effort and hard work. And you turn that goal into another step in your preparation to face new challenges of increasing complexity and impact. And therein lies the continuity. Your journey of learning did not begin here at Guelph, nor does it end here today. If anything, it builds upon your experiences of the last few years to become more arduous, more enlightening, more productive, more satisfying, more fulfilling. You came here to develop the possibilities and resources of your own minds. You came here to change your lives, to devote some time to learning essential skills and acquiring knowledge, to challenge yourselves and extend your capabilities. Here in our community of scholars, you had the freedom to learn about the world and learn about yourself. We hope you have learned a great deal about how you will fit into and affect the world. We hope you see your path more clearly and you see how your contributions on that path can lead to a better world. We have tried to help you prepare by opening your eyes to ideas you might not have encountered, cultures of which you were unaware, perspectives that complement and sometimes contrast your own. We have tried to help you think critically, to reject simplistic answers to complex questions, and to refuse the empty satisfaction of half-truths and partial solutions. Ultimately, we have shared with you one fundamental lesson. There is always more to learn. It's now up to you to start applying that lesson and those skills. We send you forth as representatives of the University of Guelph. We know you will make us proud, and we hope you are proud to wear the Guelph name. As you probably noticed when you were first applying to universities, we eagerly called attention to the exploits of our graduates. Be one of those people whose accomplishments we trumpet. Be someone who makes a mark on the world, someone who demonstrates the power and potential of higher education. Wherever your future leads, though, please don't forget that even though you no longer may be on campus, you are still part of our community. Your association with Guelph, like your journey of learning, is lifelong. We hope you feel free to be welcome to return from time to time to share your accomplishments and experiences with your fellow alumni, your former professors, and the future students who will follow in your footsteps. And so once again, I bid you welcome. Enjoy this ceremony, take pride in what it represents, and please remember all those who have helped make this day possible. I offer you my personal congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you Jack Trevors, candidate for the title of University Professor Emeritus. During his 30-year career at the University of Guelph, Professor Jack Trevors has made fundamental and lasting contributions to our understanding of environmental microbiology and fundamental aspects of bacteriology. His research spans the origin of genetic instructions, evolution, gene transfer in bacteria, soil bioremediation, and pathogens in our environment. Professor Trevors also has an adjunct professor appointment in microbiology through the University of Waterloo and is a visiting professor in the astrobiology program at the University of Buckingham in the United Kingdom. He has more than 500 publications, including several books, and more than 10,400 lifetime citations to his credit, making him an ISI highly cited author. He has mentored more than 60 graduate students, research associates, postdoctoral fellows, and undergraduate project students throughout his career. In addition to his own research and teaching commitments, Professor Trevors serves the broader scientific community as the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Water, Air, and Soil Pollution. He is the co-editor-in-chief of Springer's Environmental Pollution book series. He is the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Microbiological Methods. He is the editor-in-chief for the Journal of Transformative Science, and he is editor for the Antony van Leeuwenhoek Journal of Microbiology. He is also an advisor for the International Federation of Science, a member of the International Association of Educators for World Peace, and a member of the World Federation of Scientists and Scientists Without Borders. Additionally, the University of Guelph Faculty Association Teaching Award in 2012 and the Alumni of Honor Award from the University of Waterloo in 2007 are just some of the many honors Professor Trevors has received over his career. During his career, he has been a fellow of numerous academies and societies, including the American Academy of Microbiology, the Linnaean Society, the Royal Society of Chemistry of the UK, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, the Society of Biology in the UK, and the World Academy of Art and Science. In well-deserved recognition of his outstanding and ongoing contributions, I ask you, Mr. Chancellor, to confer upon Jack Trevors the distinction of University Professor Emeritus.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to name you University Professor Emeritus. Congratulations, Jack. Brian Husband is a professor in the Department of Integrative Biology and Associate Dean Academic in the College of Biological Science. I am pleased to invite Dr. Brian Husband to give the Convocation address.
Mr. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors and alumni, faculty and staff of the university, family and friends of the graduands, and of course, the graduands. I am deeply honored to have this opportunity to address you this afternoon. Dare I say it, but I think now I'm probably closer than I ever will be again to owning the podium. Seriously, as a professor, a Canada Research Chair, and the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs in the College of Biological Science, I have interacted with many of you in classes or special events. In fact, over 4 years ago, when most of you started on this campus, I may have been one of the first biology professors you ever encountered. Standing in Rosansky Hall or Warmem Hall, looking up at 600 of you in first-year biology, I think I was more intimidated than you on that first day. For those of you that I haven't met, I have watched you from a distance as you've made your way through your biology programs, listening, reacting, struggling, exploring, and now celebrating. Let me begin by asking you to stop and think about what this day really means. In the busy, fast-paced lives that you live, it's easy to look past this event, but make no mistake about the magnitude of your accomplishments and how far you've come. You decided to pursue a university education probably for a variety of different reasons, but you likely came here with a shared sense of anticipation and even some apprehension about what university would be like, how difficult it would be, and whether you could be successful. Well, you have indeed succeeded. You've passed the exams, you've met all the deadlines, but more importantly, you've participated in the grander mission of this university, which is to explore and advance our collective understanding of the world around us. And hopefully you've gained some new insights about yourself along the way. We hope your experience at Guelph has fed your passions, introduced you to new possibilities, and prepared you for the many challenges ahead. Please take the time to savor your achievement. As I prepared for this address, I couldn't help but think about when I completed my undergraduate degree, and even my graduate degree to some extent, and that wasn't too many moons ago. Like you, I was armed with a fresh set of skills and knowledge, and was anxious to put it to use. At the same time, one of my lasting memories was of being somewhat daunted by how little I really knew. After all my efforts to complete assignments and pass courses, there was still a bewildering range of questions and problems to which I had no answers, no solutions. Less evident to me at the time was that my feeling of unease was in itself a sign that I had changed. In fact, through time I discovered I had changed fundamentally in a way that would influence what I did and who I would become. So, as one of your early biology professors, I have one last assignment for you. And luckily this one has no deadline, no paper to submit. I'd like you to consider how your experience at Guelph may have affected you as a person and may guide you as you make your way in a society that is growing in size, complexity, and appetite for knowledge and resources. I would suggest that there is a way of thinking that has grown within all of you and will surface time after time in your professional and your day-to-day lives, wherever you go, whatever you do. Here are 3 examples. First, biological thinking has likely instilled a heightened awareness in you. Being exposed to the vastness of biological diversity and the complexity of function and form, whether it's the human body, a honeybee, or a virus, we are changed by a sense of awe and a sense of humility. More than that, the lessons in biology, from the first invertebrate collection to the experiments in physiology and molecular biology, have taught you to see, to view the world with increased sensitivity to its changes, to its uses, and to its abuses. We hope this awareness enhances your appreciation of this world and motivates you to speak on its behalf when it's necessary. Second, as biology grads, you understand more than anyone that change is a fundamental feature of the world we live in. In general, humans are creatures of habit. Once we get comfortable with the way of doing things, we don't particularly like it to change. This is certainly true for our relationship with natural resources, which we often treat as a constant or infinite in supply. Yet biological thinking reminds us that change is an inherent feature of living things, from the evolution of life's diversity to global change, to the year-to-year and day-to-day ebb and flow of populations of invasive organisms, wildlife, pathogens. This perspective is going to help you to operate in a world of diversity, in a world of variability and unpredictability. It will be invaluable to you not only for adapting to life's many twists and turns and the deluge of new information that confronts us daily, but also for identifying effective and sustainable solutions to the many challenges facing society. And third, as biological science grads, you appreciate the value of critical analysis and evidence. We live in a time of increasing and competing demands for our planet and its ecosystem services, whether they be for pollination, clean water, or food. Because we don't yet fully understand these vital processes or how to use them with least impact, it's increasingly important that our lifestyles and our policies be informed by critical thought and the best evidence available. As biological thinkers, you understand that information that we receive through the media, through experts, varies in reliability and credibility, and that as scientifically literate citizens, you are better positioned than anyone to interpret it. We hope that by extension, you will also understand the value of continued research, whether it's discovery-based or more directed. These will be essential to guide society's decisions in the future. And so I can say without hesitation, your encounter with biology and biological science here at Guelph has almost certainly changed you and your habits of mind. Now what matters is that you use these ways of thinking in meaningful ways. I hope your heightened awareness of the world enriches your own lives and makes you more determined to understand it. Capitalize on opportunities to use your unique vision to seek long-term solutions to evolving problems, and educate your fellow citizens towards greater scientific and biological literacy. I wish you all the best in the future. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you very much, Brian, for those inspiring words. Well, the moment has come, graduands. Will the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Will the members of the graduating class please be seated?
Good afternoon again, graduates, and proud family and friends of the graduates. I'm sure you'll be excited, perhaps a little relieved, certainly happy to see your graduate walk across the stage and be greeted by the Chancellor. And you may want to express your emotions in some audible manner. This is fine. Please go ahead. But may we ask the general audience, hold your collective applause until after the presentation of each of the degree programs, and we will provide you the cue. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Science that they may be admitted to the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Jordan Clayman. Patrick Joseph Moynihan. Go ahead. Leila Zaripur. Congratulations to our Doctor of Philosophy graduates. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the College of Biological Science that he may be admitted to the degree Master of Bioinformatics. Bradley Joseph Catrice. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Science that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science. Jamal Amuni. Cassandra Emmett. Melissa Filici. David Greenwald. Cameron Neal Harris. Catherine Ann Francis Harrison. Ricky Lee Jansen. Sinjia Lin. Melora Bethany Mackey. Jillian K. Martin. Christine Ann Ottaway. Go ahead. David Sakantha. Congratulations to our Master of Science graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, as before, we would ask you to hold your collective applause to the end, when I will give you the secret signal to burst spontaneously into rapturous celebration. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Science, that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Honors Program. Natalie Wilder Allen. Brittany Rose Amadio. Haroon Azim. Alua Salapi Grace Bamakole. Supal Singh Bhupal. Megan Brady. Megan Ann Brasher. With distinction, Tanji Elizabeth Burke. David Cayford. Kendra Leanne Chalmers. Raza Chowdhury. Kirsten Patricia Chuli. Giovanni David Serena. Amanda Cormier. Laura Ann Douglas. Cameron Michael Faraday. Rebecca Lauren Jerry Gasman. Sarah Gatchney. Nicole Gauthier. Jessie Ann Gibson. Eric Gouveia. With distinction, Michelle Afki Greidanos. Corey Adam Gustafson. Courtney Patricia Mary Hare. With distinction, Lauren Hampton. Victoria Elizabeth Hard. Matthew Howlett. With distinction, Megan Davis Hull. With distinction, Priya Kandasamy. Benjamin Kelly. With distinction, Erin Kathleen Judith Kelter. Jaylin Klopfer. Dina Kobrick. Taryn Brianne Koth. With distinction, Ariel Lenski. Melissa Ashley Leese. Cassandra Jane Luxton. Marianne Lynn McGregor. With distinction, Katrina Marie Mackey. Eric Hugh Martin. Valerie Joyce May. Nicole Alexandra Mackay. Leah Melville. With distinction, Chris Erica Diaz Mendoza. Craig Moore. William Martin Moran. Joshua Christopher Morgan. Christina Alexis O'Hanley. Taylor David Palmer. Kathleen Jane Piasecki. Jordan Julia Pietranero. Melissa Ponte. Amanda Catherine Pope. Dustin Michael Prishak. Scott Brett Pinn. Crisel Torrio Rondolo. With distinction, Andrea Megan Rosano. Robin Terrianne Russell. With distinction, Sarah Ayman Shamaya. Nicole Demetria Spready. Sheldane Samantha Stone Howard. Spencer Martin Story. Shauna Elizabeth Zendry. Sherry Lynn Tedford. Lindsay Adele Tom. Olivia Tremblay. Kai Wang. Macha Wong Him Yong. Camila Mariana Zagel. Brenton Lane Xavier Zeniak. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you this scholar from the College of Biological Science, that he may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in the general programme. Andrew Frank Given. Corey Kisaka. Bradley James Manning. Matthew Pristy. Audrey Ranjini Ramanathan. Ian Strathern. Lin Zhang. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you these scholars from the College of Biological Science that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences in the Honours Programme. With distinction, Giuseppe Emanuele Fiorino. With distinction, William Gillam. With distinction, Caitlin Hannah Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, you have shown wonderful restraint. It's time to bring down the rafters. Let's congratulate our graduates.
And whilst you're at it, what about a hand for the Dean for reading all of those names? Mr. Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduands listed in the programme but unable to attend the ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduands not present.
So, this is it. After all the hard work, after those moments when you thought it might be possible, after those moments when you thought it would never happen, you're actually here. The Chancellor has awarded you the degree, and now all you have to do is to sit here and get through listening to me before you can begin the rest of your lives. This must be one of the few times in your life when you can take a moment truly to celebrate your accomplishments and be legitimately proud of what you've done. It reminds me of the foreword that Nelson Mandela wrote in his autobiography. He talked about walking the long road to freedom and how it was important every now and then to stop along the way, look back and see the things that you'd accomplished. But he also said that once you'd done all the celebrating, it was time to get back on that road again, and in his words, there are many more hills to climb. Not, of course, that I'm suggesting, I'm hoping, that any of us will ever face the kind of challenges that he did in literally walking his way to freedom. But the vision that he conjures up, the idea that you have this journey, that you need to pause every now and then and celebrate, and that you will be faced with a series of hills in the future, is really the epitome of convocation. So now is the moment to look back. Look at what you've achieved over the last few years. But it's also a time to turn and face all of those hills ahead. You have only one life, and now is the time to commit to fill it to the fullest. I hope I don't suggest being too alarmist or pessimistic, but perhaps in the same way that there were at least moments on your journey here when you questioned whether or not you would make it to today, that the hills after graduating will seem to have daunting challenges too, at least at their outset. But I also hope that as some of the glory of today's wonderful events fade, you will build on the memories and experiences that you have gained here. And that will give you energy and enthusiasm to face those challenges. There's no doubt You've learned a lot in classes, but my guess is you've gathered so much more. Being a graduate of the University of Guelph, you will take away from here an understanding of what it truly means to be part of a society, part of a collection, a larger collection that truly cares about the people and the planet around you. So now it's time to move on. But before going, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to be involved, to be engaged in the critical, social, political, and humanitarian issues that face this world. I want to challenge you to make people's lives better, and above all, to carry on the concept of caring. Because it's only by caring that you will truly make a difference in this world. And sad to say, we really need you. In a world that is riven with injustice, that is challenged by dogma and prejudice and disadvantage, our only hope is you. Do something. Do something. I don't care whether you do take on those truly daunting challenges of leadership that face this world, or whether you just decide from this moment on that every day you will do something to make people's lives better. And maybe that seems a challenge, but there's a really simple way of doing that. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but humans have a very particular trait. If you smile at people, no matter how miserable, angry, grumpy, fed up they are, if you keep smiling, they cannot help but smile back. And in doing that, you make a difference in people's lives. Find ways to include people of all ages and stages, all genders and races, in everything that we do to make this a better planet. So take the values and ideals that you've learned here, especially take your friendships, and cherish the relationships that you have formed, and fling open the doors and escape. Those of us that are left behind will be watching you with great pride. I celebrate and salute your successes and wish you every success in the future. Congratulations. Following Convocation, the Dean of the College of Biological Science will host a reception for all graduates and their families and friends in the MacDonald Stewart Arts Centre. It's an opportunity to congratulate each other, and I hope, graduates, for you to thank those people who've supported you along the way. Please, can I remind you to take your gowns back before you leave. We do have a number of ceremonies today, and if you don't remember to return your gowns, we may not have enough to go round. But probably more importantly, don't linger too long in the hall, because there's another wave of people coming in, and you may get crushed in the tsunami of people coming to the next ceremony. Have a fantastic life. Congratulations.
Convocation is dismissed.